Alright, so we're here at the Battle Bunker in Bellevue doing an 1850 tournament. It's the first game of the tournament. The game's already started. You can keep doing what you're doing. My opponent's turn, I already did my turn 1. It's Night Fight turn 1. I have a Dreadnought with a Twin Link Heavy Flamer with a Deep Struck in the back. And then I have this whole wall of armor, 2 Basilisks in a squadron, 2 separate Leman Russ, a Veteran Squad, a Platoon Command Squad, a Command Squad, 2 Allied in Dark Angels Tactical Squads in Razorbacks, and then a big giant 30-man blob with a Dark Angels Librarian attached down in the center. And I also have a Vendetta coming on from reserve. My opponent had a squad of 3 Thunderwolves, actually it was 2 Thunderwolves and a Thunderwolf Lord, and then 2 Lone Wolves, 2 squads of Long Fangs, and he's running 4 squads of Grey Hunters and Drop Pods that are about to come in. My first turn was kind of uneventful because it was night fighting, but I landed and barbecued, I think, 3 Long Fangs out of that squad there and put a wound on the Wolf Priest. And then I killed a single Thunderwolf with my Basilisks and my Leman Russ back here. So that was my turn 1. He's going into his turn 1 and look back and that's what happens. Alright, real quick, Space Wolves recap. Drop pod landed there. Drop pod landed there. They both tried to blow up my Razorbacks even though I had a kind of shield guard wall in the way and just didn't do anything. Only 1 hit here and then failed to penetrate. 1 hit there and just didn't do anything. They both just flubbed. Everything else kind of just ran forward. Missiles in the back killed the drop pod but couldn't get to the Dreadnought. I've already started my turn so he moved around the corner. He's moving up. But we'll be back with guard 2 and see what happens. So Imperial guard turn 2. I moved over to my Razorback, bailed out, brought my blob squad out of the building. First rank fired, second rank fired in this squad, plus shot my plasma, Combi plasma there, my Twin Link assault cannon into there, and I think that was it actually. Oh no, I shot this back chimera into there also, and took out the last guy that was there, so those Grey Hunters died. Over here I fired like ordnance, Razorback, meltas, chimera, and finally took out the last guy in that squad, so both Grey Hunter squads are dead, but that is, oh no, I lied. I killed 3 Long Fangs, my Flamer Dreadnought in the back. That's about all I did this turn, but we'll see if I can get the objective at the end. Alright, so we missed the end of Space Wolves turn 2 because we're actually running low on time because we showed up a little late, but anyway, we're moving on. A drop pod landed here, gunned down a whole bunch of my guardsmen. We kind of rallied, shot back into them with a whole bunch of my army. There's still 1 left though. 2 Lone Wolves are moving up, they'll make it to combat this turn. The Thunder Wolves killed my tactical squad. They're about to nuke all kinds of stuff. He was really gutsy and put a drop pod right behind me. It actually landed directly on target. It landed, but it only had plasma guns inside, not meltas, and ended up stripping 2 hull points off that Leman Russ. And then on my turn, I turned around and shot everything I had into him. There's still 1 guy left there also. And the Dreadnought cleaned house in the backfield last 2 turns, and there's no more Long Fangs left, so that objective is clear. And I forgot to mention we're playing big guns never tire. So the Long Fangs were worth points, and there's also an objective in that building they were holding, but the Dreadnought's cleared it out, and he's on the move back into the game. And that's where we're at on, we're going to the end of turn 3 now. Alright, we're back to the Space Wolves turn. A lot happened. We're playing fast now, so we're just kind of skipping through it. And on his turn, he charged in, blew up a Basilisk, but the other one lived through the attacks, so it ran way over here. He failed to wreck that Leman Russ, so still has 2 hull points left. His Lord charged in and wrecked that Razorback. The other Thunderwolf split off, and he's the one that blew up the Basilisk, but then all my guys shot back at him. My turn, I was able to kill the lone Thunderwolf. I was able to kill the lone Grey Hunter. And I ran the Dreadnought, and exploded a drop pod and took that objective there. So that was my turn. I didn't do anything this combat. It's a big push. We have Guardsman versus Lone Wolf, so it's not going to happen. We're back at the end of the turn. It looks like all that's happening is that Thunderwolf Lord is probably about to explode my Leman Russ all over the face of the planet. So we just did a real quick turn 5 and wrapped it all up because we were running low on time. But in the end, I ended up killing this Thunderwolf at the open of turn 5, so there were just the drop pods and the 2 Lone Wolves left alive in the front there. We called the game at that point because he couldn't catch back up. I had 7 victory points to 2. He had Line Breaker and he had killed one of my heavy support choices, and I had killed 2 heavy supports. I held an objective, and I had First Blood and Warlord. Oh, yeah, I don't think I mentioned at the start of the game, but he had a Rune Priest in the back that randomly disappeared during his turn. I did a wound with my Dreadnought, and then his turn he cast Psychic Power and blew his head off. And that was his Warlord. He chose it to be the Warlord instead of the Wolf Lord, because the Wolf Lord was coming at me, so I thought that'd be a safer choice. But Psychic Powers ended up killing him and costing him First Blood on his own turn, so he was really upset about that. But it was a good game. It was hard fought, but IG pulled out at the end. Alright, so we're back in game 2. We're playing the Emperor's Will and Dawn of War deployment, so I've kind of turtled on one side over here. I'm going second. I'm playing Space Wolves again, and they got first turn. My objective is all the way over here by itself, and I got nobody near it. But I'm trying to counter some missile launchers and stuff way over there in the corner. Got Thunder Wolves there, 2 Lone Wolves, more Thunder Wolves, a squad of Wolf Guard. It's a Logan Wing army, and then Long Fangs there, Long Fangs with Logan there, 2 squads of Wolf Guard there, and another squad of Long Fangs over there. And the squad in the middle is Las Cannons. So they're going first. I'll be back and tell you what happens. All right, so we're actually on the start of turn 3. We just went right through 2 because nothing happened in 1 very much as night fight. I've advanced off the hill. The Basilisks are here. Moved up. I lost a Chimera from my command squad, and that was first blood, so they died and they got pinned. I actually lost to a squad of Thunder Wolves, but then my whole army over here shot the Thunder Wolves and took them out. But they were pinned, and they're just kind of sitting in a crater now. I've taken out Logan's Las Cannon squad, and my Dreadnought made it into combat with that Long Fang squad, but I got this whole right flank coming around on me now, moving up. So we'll see what the Space Wolves can do turn 3. So we're at the start of 4. Last turn was pretty good. I killed a single Lone Wolf there in the middle. He had the Chain Fist Terminator armor. I shot him with a whole bunch of stuff over here. These guys got back in there in the Razorback, moving up. These Basilisks here turned and finished off that squad of Wolf Guard that were over there, but the Rune Priest is still up in the building, so he's still hanging out. And then I was able to kill off all but 1 Wolf Guard behind that building there, who's now hanging out with Logan. And the Dreadnought ran up, so I forgot to move in the shooting or in the movement phase, so he just ran. But that's where we're at, and we'll be back at the end of 4 probably. All right, so we just called it on turn 6. I was able to capture that objective on the far side there, and I was able to move over and have these guys grab this one. He tried a last-ditch effort to assault them and knock them off that one and shoot these ones down here with the Long Fangs in that building, but not enough of them died here to cause a morale check, and so that was pretty much what sealed the deal right there. But there's a lot of guard left on the table. It went really well, and we'll see what happens in game number 3. All right, we're to the final round here. We are playing the big long way deployment, and we are playing the Relic. So there's the Relic there in the middle. I've already finished my turn run. My guard were deployed there. I moved them, and then I ran them, so they're all the way up here already. I moved forward and just shot a bunch. It was night fight turn 1 for the 3rd game in a row, which kind of sucks. But my Dreadnought deep struck up here, and he has a searchlight because he's awesome. And I flamed in to these guys and killed a drone. That was it. But hit some fire warriors behind them. They've now jumped in this devilfish, but I killed some of them. And then I shot the suits with a bunch of other guns like my Leman Russ and stuff. The Basilisks tried, but scattered off and didn't do anything. But I killed one there. Killed some Pathfinders that were in that building, and I think that was all I did. I just moved forward and then went the extra movement on a lot of my vehicles because night fighting put me out around range. We're playing an all Tau force with a Fortress of Redemption, so it's going to get interesting. We'll be back and see what happens. Alright, so back at the bottom of 2. I just finished my turn, and we're now into Tau turn. Tau on their first turn got first blood against my Dreadnought. This little suit squad right here, there's only 1 left of now, actually got him with missile pods, believe it or not. Took him out with his armor 12. Since then, I killed 1 this turn with a Leman Russ shell. Took a Leman Russ to the face. And then I finished off, no I didn't, I lied, there's 1 left. 1 Pathfinder left underneath that building. I killed a bunch of the fire warriors manning that gun, and I killed the suit leader who was up on top here with these broadsides. I blew him with Basilisks. So that was my turn 2. It's now Tau turn 2, and we'll see what they do. Alright, so I just finished my turn number 3, and my Vendetta finally came on, and I actually put troops in this time. It has a junior officer squad inside with Melta guns. Just decided to throw them in there. It got hit by the twin-link Igris las cannon and stunned it, but it fired its las cannons into these broadsides and killed one of their shield drones. I was hoping to make them fail a leadership check and fall back, but to no avail. So they got hit with that. And then I fired my Basilisk back and took out that unit of suits back there. He finally landed a direct hit and just took him off the table. Other than that, I didn't do a lot of damage. I just did some random wounds, like this suit down here took a wound, and I took out some guys up by that gun, and I put a wound on the gun, actually. My Leman Russ shot it. So that's about it. So we're going to Tau turn, and he just got a big squad of stealth suits coming on the backfield all the way back over here. I'm going to shoot my Basilisk to the side, and we'll be back. Alright, so we're in, what are we in here? The bottom of turn 4 now, and the stealth suit, we had a huge squad of stealth suits come on back here, and all these ones are now dead. There's just the 2 suits with 2 drones left alive there. I turned my army around and just shot into them. They did, when they come on though, they killed my Basilisks. They shot them in the side armor, it's only 10, and their strength 5 guns killed both of them. They're just both wrecked, neither of them exploded. So I shot them down to 2 with my whole army there. My Vendetta kept jinking, but he's the man, and took down the broadsides on that tower anyway. So those broadsides are dead. And he dropped off my platoon command squad, as he zoomed over, they deep struck out and scattered back here. One of them died from the deep strikes when they scattered the dangerous train. Fired in and immobilized that. That's only the only penetration I got through, but it's immobilized anyway, so the fire warriors inside just bailed out. And then I blew up all the fire warriors that bailed out of that one, and they bailed that last turn and killed all my marines who were standing in those trees. But I shot the crap out of them. Now they're falling way back on the table edge over there. So we're going to Tau turn 4. It'll be my turn 5 next, and we'll get back to you. Alright, so we're at the turn 5 right now. It's Tau's turn 5. He blew down my Vendetta last turn, took it down with the Icarus las cannon over there. And I've lost a bunch of, like, he blew up my command squad's chimera, and he came in back here and wrecked up some of my marines back there. But I've got his stealth suits locked in combat. They were back here, and I shot them and they fell back, and then I assaulted my guardsmen instead of assaulting them with the guys because they were way too far away. And other than that, not much has happened. I killed the one lone suit that was down here hanging out, but and I blew up half of the squad, but still 4 fire warriors moving in over here. And we'll be back and do a recap at the end of the game. Alright, so it ended on 5, and I have the relic over there, so I secured that for 3 points, and I killed his warlord earlier on in the game up on top the bastion there for extra 1, so I ended up with 4 points. And he had Linebreaker, First Blood, and Warlord. He just killed my Warlord this turn, so he has 3 points, but I got him with that extra 1 for the Warlord. So it ended up 4-1 favor of the guard, so I went 3-0 in the tournament, and we'll find out the results here in a little bit. Alright, just a quick wrap up at the end. It's all over now. Everybody's left. It's nice and quiet. But I ended up taking Best General because my attack squads and Dreadnought weren't fully painted, but I got 3-0 for the day. So I took Best General home, and this Tau army I hear they actually just played in the last round got Best Overall because they had a good paint score for their little converted dudes and stuff. So with their paint score and their sportsmanship score, Tau took Best Overall, or yeah, Best Overall, and I got Best General. So that's it.